Well, welcome back to the cottage farmstead. I'm Rebecca, and I'm in the backyard again with our flock of chickens as we are training one of our friends how to take care of our chickens while we're gone. And I thought I'd take you along and show you how simple it is to really take care of a backyard flock. It's kind of like having overgrown hamsters. I mean, they just need food, water, shelter, and the one change here is you have to collect their eggs. Otherwise, they're fairly simple and straightforward, so I'll take you along on basic chicken chores. What do you have to say about that, Elsie? So first up is feed for our chickens. And we keep it in a metal bin as we have had squirrels get to us. We have chicken scratch in here as we use that as a diversion for our chickens. We'll have them in the chicken run while we're gone to have a little extra layer of protection because we have a 6-foot wood fence around the perimeter that keeps out, your dogs and things like that. We also have a 6-foot chicken wire fence that we have dug down that keeps them safe. So we have the chicken scratch on hand so that she can bribe them to stay in the chicken run while she's running in and out to get the water and the feed. To help make it easier for someone who's new to taking care of chickens, we make sure everything's all in the same general vicinity in our garage. So we keep our dustpan on the wall on the pegboard there. Down below that is right where we keep the feed. Right next to that we have our pine shavings that we use in our coop and the bucket that we use when we're cleaning out the coop. So everything's all in one general area so she doesn't have to hunt around for items. Since we don't have a movable coop, we still use pine shavings rather than having a chicken tractor that we can move around. So we use these in the coop to capture some of the muck that we leave behind, especially at night. And we clean it out a couple times a week just to make sure parasites and the smell doesn't build up. So while we're gone, when we're at work or gone for a day or two or a full week like we are this particular trip, we keep our chickens locked away in this chicken run area. It is a 6-foot chicken wire fence. We have it dug down into the ground, so it's not easy for land predators to get in there. So we don't like asking anyone that we're having to come take care of our chickens to be here early in the morning and at sunset to keep opening and shutting the coop door. So that's why we have the two fences, the wood fence and the chicken wire fence, to have 2 layers of defense before any land predator could even get into the chickens. That way we don't have to worry about having someone here at sunrise and sunset. So next up we are asking them to check on the water for us. We have this 3-gallon waterer, which is perfect for about 12-13 chickens that we have, to keep them in water, especially since it's the fall and they're not drinking gallons upon gallons of water in a day. But there is a little bit of a trick to this that we try to train anyone that is taking care of our flock with. It's vacuum sealed, so we have to make sure that this lid is on really tight so the air can't get in there. And then there's this cap that we use that goes on there. Excuse me, Elsie, I'm trying to talk here. The cap goes right there, and that's when you're moving it around. You don't want it leaking out while you're walking. But once you have it filled up, bring it back, you take that cap off, and then it starts feeding from down there, and it'll autofill while we're not here. So for their chicken feed, we keep it in this metal feeder outside underneath this hut that keeps it away from the elements so it doesn't get clogged up. The rain doesn't get the feed wet, and they're able to have free access to their food all day. So we're asking the gal that is watching our flock to keep an eye on it, refill it as needed when she's here checking on eggs. While egg production is down right now, we do have some ladies that if we leave too many eggs in the nesting boxes, they suddenly get the bright idea that they want to go broody. So we're asking our chicken sitter to collect eggs each time she's here so they don't build up and trigger that broody hormonal response. And as you see in the coop here, poop builds up along the roosting bars where they sleep at night. And after a couple days, it does start smelling a bit, so we're gonna ask our pet sitter to just scoop the poop around the roosting bars so that it just doesn't build up while we're gone. That's a recipe for getting parasites. The ammonia fumes get pretty strong, so just scooping up a little bit of the poop, dumping it in our compost pile. And as you can see, it's super simple. It's like having like a hamster that lives out back, but they happen to give you eggs for breakfast. So it's mostly, like I said, feed, water, making sure they have shelter and clean bedding in there, and for chickens, taking care of the eggs. Well, I hope you found it helpful to see how easy it is to take care of a backyard flock of chickens, even if you want to travel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the right of your screen, as we'll be uploading more content from our flock, but also as we start our homestead build on our future property. Catch you next time.